The world watches with bated breath. Global conflicts simmer, threatening to erupt. The war in Ukraine has reignited anxieties about a nuclear confrontation. North Korea continues its nuclear provocations. The possibility of nuclear war, although still unlikely, is a shadow hanging over the 21st century. The United States, with its vast nuclear arsenal, stands as one of the key players in this high-stakes game of deterrence. The doctrine of mutually assured destruction, known as MAD, has long underpinned the fragile peace between nuclear-armed states. To understand how the United States would fight a nuclear war, we must first delve into the chilling capabilities at its disposal. The United States maintains a diverse and deadly nuclear arsenal, a chilling testament to its commitment to deterrence. At the heart of this arsenal lies the nuclear triad, a three-pronged approach designed to ensure that the United States can retaliate against a nuclear attack with overwhelming force. This triad consists of land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles known as ICBMs, submarine-launched ballistic missiles or SLBMs, and strategic bombers. Each leg of the triad has its strengths and weaknesses, but together they form a formidable deterrent. ICBMs provide a rapid and overwhelming response capability, while submarines offer a survivable and stealthy second strike option. Strategic bombers, with their ability to loiter near enemy airspace and deliver both nuclear and conventional payloads, provide a flexible and visible deterrent. The destructive power of these weapons is difficult to comprehend. A single nuclear warhead detonated over a major city could kill millions in an instant. The existence of these weapons is a stark reminder of the destructive power that humanity has unleashed. The first component of the nuclear triad, the land-based ICBMs, are scattered across the American heartland. Buried deep beneath the surface in hardened silos, these missiles are ready to launch at a moment's notice. The United States currently has around 400 Minuteman III missiles deployed across several states. These locations are not a secret. Their coordinates well known to potential adversaries. This apparent vulnerability is, in fact, part of a complex strategy of deterrence. The second component of the triad, the submarine-launched ballistic missiles, or SLBMs, offer a more stealthy and survivable platform for nuclear deterrence. The United States Navy operates a fleet of 14 Ohio-class submarines, each capable of carrying 24 Trident II ballistic missiles. These submarines patrol the depths of the world's oceans, their locations unknown and constantly shifting. This constant, silent patrol makes the submarine component of the triad incredibly difficult to target, ready to unleash a devastating retaliatory strike. The submarines and their deadly cargo represent a silent but potent deterrent. The final component of the nuclear triad, the strategic bombers, provides a visible and flexible deterrent. These aircraft, including the iconic B-2 Spirit and the venerable B-52 Stratofortress, are capable of delivering both nuclear and conventional payloads. While not as fast as ICBMs, bombers offer several advantages. Their ability to loiter near enemy airspace for extended periods provides a visible reminder of US capabilities. This visibility can act as a deterrent in itself, signaling to potential adversaries that the United States is prepared to respond to any aggression. The protocols governing the use of nuclear weapons are shrouded in secrecy, but some details are known. The decision to use nuclear weapons rests solely with the President of the United States. In the event of an imminent nuclear attack, the President would have only minutes to make a decision. A variety of detection systems, including satellites and radar installations around the world, constantly monitor for signs of a nuclear launch. If a launch is detected, the President would be immediately alerted and presented with a range of options. The President would then consult with key advisors, including the Secretary of Defense and the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, before making a final decision. ICBMs can travel thousands of miles in less than 30 minutes, leaving little time for deliberation. The system is designed to prevent accidental or unauthorized launches while ensuring that the President can act decisively in a crisis. The president's decision, once made, is communicated through a chain of command that stretches from the White House to military commanders in the field. A central element in this process is the nuclear football, a briefcase carried by a military aide who is always near the president. This briefcase contains communication equipment and authorization codes that the president would use to authenticate an order for a nuclear strike. The president's orders are then relayed to the National Military Command Center, NMCC, at the Pentagon, which in turn transmits launch orders to the appropriate military units. The entire process, from detecting a launch to executing a retaliatory strike, is designed to take place in a matter of minutes. This compressed time frame highlights the urgency of a nuclear crisis and the immense pressure under which decision-makers would be operating. The possibility of human error, technical malfunction or miscalculation always exists, adding another layer of complexity and risk to an already perilous situation. In the event of a nuclear war, maintaining the ability to command and control US forces would be paramount. This is where the E-4B Night Watch, known as the Doomsday Plane, comes in. This modified Boeing 747 serves as an airborne command center. It is equipped with advanced communication equipment, allowing the president to communicate with military commanders and world leaders. It is also hardened against the effects of electromagnetic pulse. It can operate in a post-nuclear environment, ensuring the continuity of government. The E-4B is a sobering reminder of the threat of nuclear war and the United States' determination to prevail. Predicting the exact consequences of a full-scale nuclear war is a complex and uncertain task. However, simulations and historical analysis provide chilling insights into the potential devastation. A nuclear exchange between the United States and Russia, for example, would likely result in tens of millions of casualties within hours of the first explosions. The immediate effects of blast, thermal radiation, and subsequent firestorms would incinerate entire cities. Radioactive fallout would spread far and wide, contaminating water supplies and rendering vast areas uninhabitable for decades. The long-term effects of a nuclear war, including a potential nuclear winter caused by massive amounts of soot and debris injected into the atmosphere, could have catastrophic global consequences, leading to widespread famine and ecological collapse. The potential for human suffering and environmental devastation is difficult to comprehend. The very survival of civilization as we know it would be in jeopardy. The potential consequences of a nuclear war are so horrific that even contemplating them can be overwhelming. Yet it is precisely because the stakes are so high that understanding these consequences is crucial. Historical documents, such as the Single Integrated Operational Plan, or SIOP, developed during the Cold War, provide a chilling glimpse into how the United States planned to fight a nuclear war. The SIOP, which outlined targets for US nuclear weapons, included not only military installations, but also major cities and industrial centers in the Soviet Union and its allies. The plan reflected the prevailing doctrine of mutually assured destruction, which aimed to inflict unacceptable damage on the enemy to deter them from launching a first strike. While the SIOP is no longer in effect, it serves as a stark reminder of the terrifying logic that underpinned nuclear strategy during the Cold War. It underscores the fact that even a limited nuclear war would have devastating consequences, far exceeding the scale of any conflict in human history. The only way to win a nuclear war is to make sure it never happens. The threat of nuclear war has faded from the headlines in recent years, but the danger persists. The weapons still exist, and the possibility of miscalculation, accident, or escalation remains a very real concern. Understanding how the United States would fight a nuclear war is not about glorifying war or advocating for its use. On the contrary, it is about comprehending the horrific consequences of such a conflict and reinforcing the urgent need to prevent it. This requires a multifaceted approach, including arms control, diplomacy, and a renewed commitment to international cooperation. The nuclear age has cast a long shadow over humanity. It is a shadow that we cannot escape, but one that we can strive to understand and ultimately transcend. The future of our species may depend on it.